Okay friends, it's time to get started on replacing our door pins. Those are going to be located right here in the center of each of your door hinges. To be able to remove these, we're going to need to go ahead and cut off one of the ends of these. That's going to be easiest if we go ahead and remove the door from this area. You're going to notice that you have wiring that leads from the door into the passenger compartment. We want to just come in between this area. We'll peel this away and then we'll access the connector. Now I'm just going to come down along here and we'll pop this right out of here. Now I'm just going to place something gently underneath the door here, being careful not to damage it. Next we're going to come over here to the door check. Let's go ahead and remove this bolt. Just keep in mind that your door could potentially start moving after you do this. Now let's remove the bolt for the door check right here. The next thing we're going to do is start removing our 4 bolts that hold the hinges to the door. There's 2 hinges, one on top and one on bottom. So now at this point I have all 4 of my bolts nice and loose. I left them in there a little bit because of course I don't want the door to potentially fall out. At this point it's a great idea to have somebody hold the door so nothing happens. Okay, now we're going to carefully pull the door away from the body here so we can access our wiring. Now right on the connector you can see that there's a blue tab. We need to go ahead and grab onto this and we're going to lift it up and away, and that's going to help separate this. Okay, now we can carefully get the door out of our way. Now at this point we have clear access to our door pins right here. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the top of this one and then we'll drive it through. So now what I want to do, because my pin is stuck inside the bushing right here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut off the bottom area so that way there I can get this right out of here. We'll put it in the vise and we'll continue getting out that pin. So now looking at this piece, you can tell that we still have our bushings inside both sides. We need to go ahead and drive those right out of there. Now at this point, you'd want to clean up your hinge, and of course if you feel as though you wanted to paint it, now's the best time to do it. Now the next thing that we're going to do is take this and we're going to put it right on a bench of some sort. And then we're going to take some of our brand new bushings. We'll go ahead and take that. We're going to line it up so it's as straight as possible, and then we'll drive it down and in. Do the same on the other side. Let's get back over to the vehicle. Okay, so now back over at the car, I went ahead and I did the lower one already. As you can tell, I took the pin, I came straight down through like this, and then I put the mounting nut under there, and all I did was just go ahead and tighten this up slowly until I felt as though I had minimal resistance on this, but also paying attention to just how far that pin went down and in. Essentially, if you were to look at the pin, you can tell that it has these knurls right along here. Those knurls have to be able to grip into this part of the hinge. So of course if you put it in backwards, it's not going to function properly. Now I'm just going to take this, I'll slide it right in here. And we want to make sure that we have it so this area is going to hit up against there. That's going to essentially make sure that the door can't open up too far on us. Now I'm going to take this upper hinge pin and I'm going to go ahead and go from the bottom up. The reason for that is because, like I said, you have the knurled ends here, and that actually lines up with this area on the hinge. Just going to take my hammer, give it a couple loving bonks. I'll take our locking nut. We can start snugging this up. Now as I snug it, I'm just going to continue on by doing this at the same time. It might look a little weird on camera, but essentially I just want to make sure that I don't over tighten this. So right there, I can feel like I have a little bit of resistance on this, and that's fine. If I have the weight of the door on there, it's going to be just perfect. Something that you want to pay attention to is right up along here, in between the two hinges, just like that. and then of course down at the bottom of the pin here where that knurled end is. If you went ahead and tried tightening this up without getting that knurled end all the way up into the hinge, it's going to essentially still be loose while you're driving down the road, and of course that's not good. Now I'm just going to slide in this connector, and then of course we'll lock it in with the blue lock here, and then of course you want to give it a nice tug. Now as I bring the door in, I'm just going to go ahead and put in our electrical connector right inside here. We'll put on the rubber now while the door is still away. Okay, just double check it, make sure it's seated all the way around. Now that we have that on there as good as we can, the next thing that we're going to do is start sliding the door on here. And while we do that, we want to be lining up the hinge holes with the areas on the door where it's supposed to be. Once we get it lined up, we'll go ahead and take some of our bolts, we'll start them in there, and then snug them up. Okay, let's try to lift the top part of the door up a little bit. Ooh, yeah, perfect. Now that we have all of our bolts started, let's go ahead and snug them up. All right, just gonna go ahead and snug this up. You wanna make sure you double check all of your bolts. And this is why. Door check bolt, I'm just gonna pull this in a little bit. Now let's just check it real quick, make sure everything's nice and tight without any funny movement. That feels great. One last test. Let's go ahead and shut the door. I don't know what that noise was, we'll have to check that out later. We want to check our body lines here. Make sure everything matches up perfectly. You definitely don't want it overlapping in any way. This looks great. Last thing I have to do is go ahead and clean up my mess. Some people might think it's a good idea to add some lubricant to those hinges. That way there everything can flow the way that it needs to. Well, it has those bushings in there, and that's basically what's supposed to make it so things can flow. If for some reason you did add some grease in there and it accumulated dirt or debris, well, you're going to hear some crunchy noises inside there, and it might sound a little funky. If you did want to add lubricant, go ahead and use a dry lubricant.